What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We're doing a prediction video today for Tauros, the Wild Bull Pokemon. Very powerful normal type Pokemon, Generation 1. And apparently this is Pokemon used pretty predominant in Gen 1 professional Pokemon playthroughs. So let's go ahead and look at the stats of this Pokemon. Stats of this Pokemon are actually very good. 75 HP, so that breaks a trend of 65 HP we've had for the last 10 Pokemon. Attack is 100, defense is 95. Special is 70, so that's pretty decent, and speed is 110. So there's not a glaring weakness here except for maybe special, but we're gonna find a way to mitigate that and the HP. But speed is 110, so having an attack stat that high means we're gonna critical hit a lot, so that's actually pretty good. And then our defense is solid, our attack is solid, and even our special is solid. So most times we get a normal type Pokemon that don't have good special, but this special is good enough to get by in this game. So very good, and I hope you like the GIF I found. Just to keep it a little lively while I'm talking about this. So let's go on to the moveset of this Pokemon. So the moveset's probably its biggest drawback. Just early because, yeah, we just get Tackle. Tackle is garbage. It's 35 base power, 95% accurate. What is nice about it is it does have Stab. So that boosts it up to 17.5. And then you add that to it. So you're looking at a 53 base power move roughly. It rounds up. So 53 base power. Not horrible, but it's not the greatest move to have. But like I said earlier, because of our speed, we'll critical hit a lot, so that'll help us. And then at level 21, we get Stomp. Stomp is 65 base power, 100% accurate. It has Stab, so it's almost like a 98, almost 100 base power move. It's like 98 base power. Now, Stomp is the last move we will use via level up, because Tail Whip is kind of pointless this late in the game. Leer is pointless. It'd be great if we had Tail Whip early to help with buy game. But we just have Tackle. So Tail Whip and Leer, they both do pretty much the same thing. They slow the opposition's defense by a stage. Rage, it builds as a move, so every turn it gets more and more powerful. But you get locked in, you can't use it. It'd be great to have early, but we don't get it until level 44, so it's kind of pointless. And Takedown is a 90 base power, 100%, 85% accurate. So with Stab, it's 135 base power. It's pretty bad because it has recoil. The accuracy's not very great. And there's just way more powerful moves I can use. So that's the moveset for Tauros. And if we had to play the game with just this, we could not beat it because there's nothing here that can hit anything, and hit ghosts. So, but that is why we have a pretty broad TM moveset. We will not use Toxic. We will not use Horn Drill. Body Slam is a very good move to have with this Pokemon. 85 base power, 100% accurate. It's over 120 base power move for sure. It's about 130 something. And it also has the option to paralyze. So it works very well with our attack stat. It's also Stab. So all things work well with this specific move with this specific Pokemon. Okay. Takedown, Double Edge we could use, but we're not going to. Double Edge maybe in Elite 4 if we get desperate, but I don't think we're going to need to get desperate. A lot of things about this Pokemon are pretty good. If we were limited, it'd be helpful, but we're not very limited. We have a very broad moveset. That's what I'm going to get into now. Ice Beam is fantastic to have. It gives us a lot of type coverage against grass type, flying type, rock and ground are pretty weak to it. So Ice Beam is a very good move to have. 95 base power, 100% accurate. Having a decent special really helps with this move specifically because this is a special move, and if you have low special, it makes it pointless to have a move like this. But Ice Beam gives us great type coverage. It also does well against dragons, and we're going to face some dragons in the Elite 4. So excellent. Blizzard does the same things, it's more powerful. So 120 base power, 9% accurate. The accuracy is what gets me with Blizzard, so I don't like the accuracy. Okay. Hyper Beam, we're probably not going to use in this playthrough. We could, and it'd be a very effective move in Stab, but I don't think we're going to need to do it. We got some good type coverage we're going to try to win the game with. Rage, I already went over Rage. I'm not going to go over it again. Thunderbolt is excellent that we can get this because this gives us some more type coverage. Flying type, water type. Right there are two types that don't resist us or anything, but having Thunderbolt gives us a good way to cover that. Not to mention our rival always has a Gyarados, so this will help cover that. Thunderbolt will be pretty much a one-shot on any Gyarados come across. Thunder we could use too, but it's not very accurate, so I'm not going to risk the accuracy for just a little bit more power. I'll just take the consistency. Earthquake, we get that level, we get Earthquake. It's 100 base power, 100% accurate. Very good move. I'm contemplating of when to add this move, because there could be some other options out there we could use, and it's some strategy involved in it. And a Fissure we're not going to use. Mimic, we can remove from the opposition. So this Pokemon does not have a badge boosting move, so I think Mimicking would probably be the best route to go there. Double Team is not allowed, so we're not going to use it. Bide, maybe just as a move for a little bit to help our team, help out a little bit. And then I don't know why this Bull can learn Fire Blast, but it can learn Fire Blast. So 120 base power, 85% accurate. May come in handy against very specific situations, but I doubt it's going to be something that has a very long shelf life or use at all. Skull Bash, Rest, Substitute Strength are not moves I'm going to use in this. So this Pokemon's got a pretty good moveset. And when you look at this and you look at like what the in-game moveset is, you're looking at Body Slam, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Earthquake, and an Earthquake can be substituted in for Mimic if need be. So yeah, very good moveset, very good stats coincide with all these moves. So yeah, this is adding up to be like maybe a pretty decent run. The only downside to this Pokemon, and I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but this Pokemon has a slow level up group. It's not going to be a huge hindrance. It's just going to be a huge hindrance for Brock, because that added with the fact that we're going to be weak to, our moves aren't going to be affected. Brock's not going to be affected very much by our moves. Is what's going to add up to this, to the early part of the game being very tough, but the rest of it, we're going to blast through the rest of the part of the game. So let's go ahead and look at the stats of this Pokemon, and we'll get to the prediction. So we can only use the Tauros in battle. We don't have to use him to catch other Pokemon, or use other Pokemon to catch other Pokemon, because we don't have to catch a water type. I can just get a Vaporeon about a third of the way through the game, and that covers our water moves. Running clock with 3 exceptions. 1 is Lieutenant Search's Gym. 2 is Celadon City. And 3 is if we need to get a move from the Rocket Game Corner, we can pause the timer to do that. But we won't need to in this playthrough, so that's kind of irrelevant. No glitches or exploits are allowed in this game. You're not allowed to use the Missingo glitch or the Pokédoll glitch, but we are allowed to use the badge boost, because if an opposition leers us, it causes the badge boost. And it's not my fault, it's just the mechanic in the game. And no items in battle. I've gotten pretty loose on Ethers lately, but for the most part, no items in battle will be used except for Ethers, obviously. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button. This is a channel, I'm trying to grow it, and you subscribing really helps. And you get videos like this all the time, where I can do a prediction on Monday and do a playthrough on Friday, okay? And follow me on Twitter and Instagram. So, let's look at the Tauros here. So, looking at Tauros, like I said, the biggest struggle is early. You're in the slow level up group, so getting levels takes a little bit more, maybe a little grinding. And then we're going to have to be about level 15 or 16 to get by Brock, because although we're very fast and powerful and have good defense and have good attack and good speed, we do not have a good move to get by Brock. So tackle is going to have to be our bread and butter. The good news is we crit a lot, so critical hits will remove like buffs and things like that, like defensive buffs. So yeah, I think this can get done in under an hour and 10 minutes. I really do. It's really going to depend on how fast to get by Brock, though. But I think after get by Brock, we have a lot of opportunity to make up time. We don't have to fight a lot of extra battles. I don't think we're going to. We got such good type coverage. We just got to get to a point in the game, and then we're covered on everything. And then it's just about a battle of getting the game done. So I think under an hour and 10 minutes, about an hour and 5, hour and 10 minutes is a good wheelhouse for this. I may be dead wrong, and it may take way more time on that first gym. However, like I said, we can make it up. We do have some good moves that we can get that are going to give us the opportunity to make it up pretty well. And yeah, that's my prediction. An hour and 5, hour and 10 minutes. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I want to thank everyone for watching this video. Like I said, this is a Monday. You'll see the playthrough of this on a Friday. And let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Friday.